You ready?
Hey, listen!
Get some.
Yeah.
Hey, listen!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Lawrence's Let's Plays. Today I'm bringing to you part 2 of a 5-part series where I'm bringing to you my picks for the epic tier list for all the character classes. I brought you Marksman just a couple days ago. Today I will be focusing on the healers. To my return viewers, thanks so much for your continued support. If you're new to the channel, thank you as well for stopping by. With nothing left to say, I'm Lawrence and Let's Play. I do want to say thanks to all you guys out there that's really pushing the views up on the first video in this series for the Marksman. Thank you so much for supporting the video as well as supporting my channel, of course. Let's jump right in here. I do want to go over the healers that we're going to be talking about today. There are 7 of them, epic healers, and they are Dolores, Vortex, Lightlock, Maidan, Hollow, Lily, and Nande. I will be spending a little bit more time on the upper echelon of these heroes, and the bottom ones not so much for the sake of brevity, so the video is not too long. Let's go ahead and jump on in here. Not like that. Not like that, Lawrence. What are you doing? So first on our list is going to be Lily. First, as in I'm going from the bottom to the top. Lily. Not a lot to say about Lily. One big thing about her, the Stormy Protection passive is really nice. One ally within the basic attack range has a chance, I don't know what the percentage chance is, it's not divulged, to be immune to 1 fatal strike. So, you know, to be able to survive a fatal strike so they, you know, don't die, and immediately gain a shield equal to 20% of their max HP. The effect triggers every 60 seconds. Obviously can go down. It goes down 5 seconds with skill ups. And what's really cool is that when Thorny Protection is triggered, the saved ally also gains a damage increase of 30% for 10 seconds. Not really a lot to say about Lily. She's pretty meh. She's a hero that if you have her, you know, great. You know, if you have no other options, sure, use Lily. Not really a lot to say. I've said single target. Her heal can potentially save an ally from death. I put maybe, question mark, maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. Campaign, D-. Gear raids 1, 2, 3, arena, tide, void rift, faction, guild boss. You're just not using her. It's that simple. Overall, D-. I don't think I'll get too many complaints about that. Lightlock. Lightlock, what's really unique about Lightlock is the fact that he is a damage dealing mage, which is crazy. So on his ultimate, which is automatically cast, auto cast restores HP equal to 100% of the hero's healing multiplier for allies and deals magic damage equal to 50% attack to their surrounding enemies. Also, Lightlock's attack increases by 10% for 15 seconds. Heals the same ally. Not really a whole bunch to say about Lightlock. Like I said, I think he's solid in the sense that he does provide magic damage, and he's a damage-dealing healer, which is very unique. Maybe the only one in the game that actually deals damage like that. But not really much to say. I think he's okay. Personally, I don't feel the need to use him. An attack-based healer that deals damage. Campaign, he's a C. Could you use him? Sure. Better options? Yes. Gear raid 1, C. Gear raid 2, A. He could definitely be used in A. Gear raid 3, you're not using him. Arena, you're not using him. Tide, I'm giving him a C. Void Rift, no. Faction, C. Guild Boss, you're not using this guy. Overall, C. Next, Nande. What I like about Nande, even though she's attack-based healing, I prefer HP-based healing, personally. When triggered, increases the hero's healing multiplier by 10%. Immediately heals all allies in range 1 time for 25 seconds after the heal. Each basic attack turns into a healing ball that can bounce 3 times. So that's quite nice. Gets this ball bouncing around so it can put out some more heals. Also, she does provide an attack speed increase. I believe it's 50. Yes, it's 50 on all allies within the attack range every 40 seconds. Not too shabby. Let's look into her hero details at max level. You see that that's her attack range. Like I said, pretty solid. Does like AoE heal, so you know, if you didn't have any better options to choose, you know, Nande is certainly going to fit the bill. I put that she is a full ally heal on alt. and she does provide that attack speed increase. Campaign, certainly usable if you didn't have other healers that were better, so I'd give her an A. Gil Raid 1, C, 2 and 3 also a C. Arena, you're just not using her. C and Tide. Void Rift, no. Faction D. Guild Boss, you're not using her. There's better options. I gave her an overall rating of C+. Let's go into Maidan. Maidan will be next on the list. There's Maidan. Maidan I like. First off, she's an HP based healer. Basic attack heals 3 allies in range, so basic heals multiple allies. That's very good. Holy Baptism, manually activated ult, has got a very high max rage cost, but she dispels all debuffs from all allies in range and restores HP equal to 90% of the hero's healing multiplier for them for 10 seconds. You can skill cost this down twice to get it down to 1,000, but her initial rage is only 300, so just know it's going to take a minute for her to get to that, but it's very, very impactful to be able to remove all debuffs and heal all her allies. Also, the healed targets will be inflicted with defense increase lasting with max sculpt 7 seconds, and that's a 20%, I believe, or 10% defense increase. And at skill at level 4, it is an extra 10%. So that's pretty damn solid. She's a really solid healer. I gave her multi-heal on basic, defense increase for all allies, and she provides a debuff. So in campaign, she's a solid S. Gear Raid 1, I'd give her an A. Gear Raid 2, I'd give her an A. Gear Raid 3, I'd give her an A. Arena, you're just not using her. I mean, really, you're not using healers in Arena that often anyway. Tide, I'm giving her an A. Void Rift a B. Faction a C. You're not using her in Guild Boss. There's other options. A, overall ranking. Now, let's get into Hollow. Hollow is quite nice. Let's look at her max hero details to see her attack range. You see it mirrors, I believe that's just like Vortex's range. It looks like it's about the same range. Single target heal, another attack based healer. When triggered, increases the hero's healing multiplier by 25% for 20 seconds, and the hero can heal one more target. That's very impactful because she typically only heals one ally, but when this is active, she can heal 2. And also, this is what makes her really, really good. When Light of Bliss is activated, recovers 6/10 of rage for allies in the range every 1 second. With max skill ups, that goes up to 1.4% rage every second on her ult. An ult that, although it doesn't have an increase in duration here, maybe it does in Awakenings, I'm not sure, but I'm not going into the Awakenings in this video. But 20 seconds, it's a lot of rage regen. That's quite nice. Very, very, very helpful in a lot of cases. Let's go into the tier list here. Hollow. She is a rage, has rage regen for all her allies, and a pretty solid healer all around too, although she's only healing up to a max of 2 targets. Campaign, she's an S+. Gear Raid 1, she's an S. Gear Raid 2, she's an A. Gear Raid 3, I'm putting her as a B. Arena, you're just not using her. Tide C. Void Rift C. Faction B. Guild Boss, you're just not using her. Better options, A+, is my overall rating for Hollow. Now we get into the cream of the crop. And I want to say about Hollow, Hollow is like basically the healer version of Laurel. Comparing apples and oranges, I know, a mage versus a healer, but basically they do the same thing, but Laurel just does it way better. But here's Dolores. Let's talk about Dolores. Dolores is amazing. Grants attack-based healing to all allies in range. Applies 30% inspiration to other allies in range for 14 seconds. Inspiration is based off of her attack, so increases attack proportional to the caster's attack. So you got to remember that you want to build her with a lot of attack for her allies to really benefit from this. And I will say that her first awakening bumps that up to 20% more, so that's another 60% attack increase. 60 seconds after being deployed, permanently increases basic attack healing multiplier by 5%. Graceful Dancing will have a 50% chance to increase the hero's rage by 100 when it ends. Of course, all these things get triggered or get raised up when you max awaken or max skill her. Excuse me. You see, one thing I will say and a knock on her is I am not a fan of her attack range. It's a bizarre looking kind of cross, and if you don't position her correctly, you may only get one ally to benefit from this attack range. In certain stages, I'll say. For the most part, you're getting about 3 allies within that range, which is quite nice. And I will say, She instantly makes your guild boss team better. It's that simple. Your scores automatically go up because your heroes are doing way more damage, so she is unbelievable. Let's go into her overall description and her ratings. 40% attack buff for the team, must have everywhere. Campaign, she's S+ all day long. I will say personally that I've never used her in campaign, but I'm basing this on like looking at from the perspective of a lot of players out there that seem to have really found a lot of use for her. I would say she is definitely very solid in campaign. I just personally never found a need for her. Gear Raid 3, she's a C. Gear Raid 1, she's an S all day long. Gear Raid 3, she's a C. Gear Raid 3, she's an S. Especially, I was saying Gear Raid 1, she's an S because in higher tier stages, you really need her. Arena, she's an A. Tide, she's a C. Void Rift, she's a C. Faction, she's an A. Guild Boss, S+ all damn day long. Instantly makes your Guild Boss team better. Overall rating is an S. And now we come to what I believe is the cream of the crop. You'll also be certain to check my channel because I did a video that specifically was about what one hero every account must have, and you're looking at him right here, Vortex. Vortex to me is the cream of the crop when it comes to the healers. Let's talk about him. He is an HP based healer, which is so much easier to build an HP based healer. That's why I prefer them. He does only heal that one ally. Increases the healing multiplier by 25% for 20 seconds. When triggered, restores HP equal to 10% max HP for all allies in range. If the heal amount exceeds their max HP, 110% of the excess will be converted into a damage absorbing water shield. The duration of the shield and the strength and all that stuff goes up as you skill him up. If you look at his hero detail, bam, he's got a ridiculous range. He has a massive heal. And he overheals your ally. When he overheals your allies, he provides them a shield. This is so critical in so many areas throughout the game. I will just give you an example that on hard 8-14, the fight against Calypso, he can absolutely be clutch, because when you put your defender down as the last hero that Calypso will target, sometimes when she hits or strikes with her lightning arrow and you time it just right, they're already healed, and you hit them with that. You hit your defender with that extra shield. It can make the difference between you beating that stage and losing that stage. Because Calypso's lightning arrow is so strong, it can just take you out just like that. And this overhealing with the shield really helps a lot to negate that. So let's go into the tier list and let's talk about my man Vortex. AOE heal. Overhealing provides shielding. The GOAT, the greatest of all time. Campaign S+ all day long in every difficulty. You need this guy. Gear Raid 1 S. Gear Raid 2 S+. Gear Raid 3 S. Arena C, because again you don't really use a lot of healers in Arena. Tide is an S. Void Rift is an S+. Faction is an S. Guild Boss all day long. You must have this hero S+ to keep your heroes alive and to provide them the shield, especially in the higher levels against the higher level guild boss. That dragon will do an ass ton of damage, and you need that overhealing shield that he provides. Overall rating S+ all day long. If you guys found the video informative and helpful, please do smash the like button. Be sure to consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Ring your turn on your notifications so the bell will ring and let you know when I put up new videos. And also keep it locked right here at Lawrence's Let's Plays for additional Watcher of Realms content coming your way very, very soon. With really nothing left to say, I'm Lawrence. This has been Lawrence's Let's Plays, and I am out of here. Take care, everybody. I'll see you for the next one.